Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Brian Redmond. This is the Relationship Rehab and the United Guns of America. And tonight, we are going to be talking about and breaking down a real live Grand Theft Auto shootout. I didn't think I would ever see it, but now that I have, let's do this.
Yeah. I don't ever remember feeling like this. But I'm out here in these YouTube streets. So I want you to get your fingers. I don't know what you're doing. I want you to get your mouse. I want you to check me out. And I want you to check me out. Get ready to do this. It's the Relationship Rehab. Like, share, and subscribe. We coming at you live. So come on, let's take a ride. Then subscribe to United Guns of America. Just click that link and listen up to what I'm telling you. It's the Relationship Rehab. Click that link right now. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and I just want y'all to subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? I want you to let me know what you think. I'm gonna talk about some things, you can talk about some things, and we can do our thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about having a conversation, right? I mean, if we can't talk to each other, then, I mean, what are we really here for? I want y'all to be able to just come over to my channel, talk to me about what's going on with you, and I can tell you what's going on with me, and we can build some things, you know what I'm saying? That's all about growth, baby. So click that link, go ahead and swipe on your phone, whatever you gotta do. Share my content. It's just get me out here, baby. Cause we just talking, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I like doing what I'm doing because it's about the people. It's about us having a conversation with each other. It's about us discussing whatever needs to be discussed. And on these YouTube streets, this is the best place to do it, baby. Like, share, and subscribe. That's right. Click the link. Click the link. Yeah. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's out here that's already subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all ain't the first one, and y'all ain't the last one. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody that click the link, that click the share, and then subscribe to your boy. Cause we gon' grow this thing together, baby. Relationship rehabbing, United Guns of America. To the world blow up, baby. Yeah. Click the link, baby. Click the link, baby. Yeah. Hey, I just want to send a shout out to all y'all. I love y'all. That's why I do this. It's for the love of us, baby. I appreciate all of y'all. We gon' do this thing. We gon' do this thing right here, baby. Hey, look, if you at a computer right now, just go ahead and click your link. What else you got to lose, baby? Tell me what you think. Hit the comment section. You can jump on the live panel. We do it all here. That's what it's all about. So come holler at your boy. I've been doing this for years, but I just got onto this YouTube thing. So hey, let's see what it do and where it can go. To United Guns of America. Just click the link and listen up to what I'm telling you, telling you. What's going on, everybody out there in the internet world? It's me, Brian Redmond, also known as the Relationship Rehab. And I need you to do two things. What are those two things? Subscribing to both my channels. I need you to go to the Relationship Rehab, subscribe to that channel, and then I need you to go to United Guns of America and go to that channel. Now you may be asking, why would I do that, Brian? Because it's two of the hottest channels on the internet. Come over there, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, have conversations, because that's what it's all about. We talk about some of everything: politics, relationships, guns, law enforcement, community stuff, anything that's happening. I'm willing to have a conversation about it, so come on over. You don't got nothing else to lose, and you ain't got nothing else to do. So come to my channel, subscribe ASAP, and join in on the fun. Twice the entertainment, 2 channels, twice the fun. Come on and have a funky good time with your boy. Peace, and I'm out.
What it do? Hey, look, this is one of those shows that I'm just really glad that I'm here to do what it is that I do. I'm telling you, this is like like you talking about in my wheelhouse. I'm like all over this. I can't wait to do this on tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and go off with my favorite part of the show. What up, cuz? Let me give a shout out to everybody in the chat right now. My man DJ Matt 121, G Friend 94. What's happening? Bread and Circus Entertainment. Mark Adams, Edmund Carter, DeQuan Smith, my cousin Corey Clay, Chris 966, Calvin Dickinson. What's happening? Jax, what up? Here I is. All right, y'all. Over on the United Guns of America, I got Troy Sherman. I got William Richardson Sr., Mark Adams, G Friend 94, and Matthew Noel and Edmund Carter. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and go to my favorite part of the show. Oh, wait a minute. That is not what I wanted to do. Wrong one. There we go.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures,
Thank you for
videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Yeah, buddy. There we go. All right. So I'm trying to. I got some equipment that I ordered. I'm trying to keep. I'm trying to keep the studio up to date and upgrading this and making it easier for me to do what I do. So hopefully we can. I can do that. Get it set up and be able to do stuff a lot faster. So hoping that will enhance the experience of the broadcast. So with that, he said, I want my y'all. Hey man, look, I've had several people tell me about that song that I made up in the last stream. The I want my AR-15. Everybody loving it. Man, look, I wish somebody could do that beat for me. Hey, I would do it. I would definitely put some bars on it and put a song together. Yes, indeed. I want my AR-15. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said bullets for nothing and your clips for free. Yeah, that was a good time, man. So, for those of you who may not know, there was a shootout. And shootouts happen quite often, right? You got, gangs shooting out, police having shootouts. But this particular shootout was between the Volusia County Sheriff Deputies. And hear this, a 14-year-old girl and a 12-year-old boy. And I'm talking like they had an AK-47, a shotgun, and a pistol. And no, that is not what the police had. That's what they had. These two kids had an an AK-47, a shotgun, and a pistol. Now, you wonder, how in the hell can two kids get that kind of firepower? Well, they broke into somebody's house and had over 200 rounds. 200 rounds. So, one of the things that I really looked at with this, and I had a few different viewpoints of this video. I understand that police officers are trying to be, a lot more conscious of what they do and how they do it, and the fact that they don't want to, just always be the ones that's shooting up some shit. I understand that. But when there's an opportunity, or when not an opportunity, but when there's a situation that occurs where you have people, and I don't care if they 10 years old or if they 200. When there's situations where it's life or death involved, he said this wasn't in Africa, right? This wasn't in Africa. These wasn't no kid soldiers, buddy. These are some regular teens coming out. I think they was in juvie or somewhere, and they like busted out of juvie and went to get it cracking. But when you have situations like this, a lot of times when you choose to not engage or not to I guess match the force in the force continuum, you tend to have it to where people's lives are in danger. And that was one of the problems I had with this. It was so much, they were so forgiving in this that I'm really shocked that nobody died. I mean, that no officers got injured. I'm really shocked at the fact that no officers got injured, because that's not how this usually goes. So I want you guys to see what happened and how it all went down, and y'all give me y'all opinion. Me personally, this was a classic example of why you need to have an AR-15. Classic example of why you need to have an AR-15. An AR-15 in this situation is the exact type of tool that you need. The fact that these dudes was out here responding with pistols, I get it, but I don't understand why a sheriff's deputy or these police officers do not have an AR-15 in every vehicle. If you can't afford to have it to where every officer got one, you damn sure need to have one in every vehicle. You damn sure need to have them in every vehicle because of situations like this. This is a situation where you need to have precision, stopping power, and you need to be able to cover long distance. Just remember that. Precision, stopping power, and long distance. When you're in a situation like this is exactly what you need. Because these kids could have not only hurt one of these officers, they could have hurt somebody else. And it's just fortunate enough that they were on a piece of property that had some size to it, and it wasn't a thing to where there was like, your next door neighbor's right next to you. You had some space. And the fact that these kids were shooting so reckless, that's one of the main reasons why I would have engaged them kids. I'm sorry. And I understand that you have some troubled kids out here. I understand you got some kids who've been really, really, really having problems and issues. I get that. But you can't let the tragedy of one person affect the whole group. You just can't. My cuz here been watching a lot lately. I appreciate you, cuz. I love you, boy. But you just can't have that. You can't have it to where, because I'm disturbed, I'm going to put not just my life, but I'm putting other people's lives in danger. So essentially what happened, I'm going to frame this up and we're going to start the video. Two kids, I guess they like broke out of juvie, broke into this person's house, and the person whose house they broke into had 3 guns in there. He had a shotgun, an AK-47, and he also had a pistol, and approximately somewhere upwards of 200 rounds in the home. And these kids, by the time the police got there, they chose to actually shoot at the police. The girl literally said, I'm about to Grand Theft Auto. I'm about to GTA this thing. And it's like, that in itself lets you know what type of situation you're dealing with and why you should not hesitate when it comes to things like this. He said, Cal Nigga said, Brian, if it was Keisha and Jamal, would they be alive? Just saying. Yeah, they would have been. And here's why. Because this situation, number one, it wasn't a thing of them not wanting to kill these kids. It was a thing of just how they wanted to approach the situation, period. It wasn't a thing to where it was because it was black, 2 black kids, we just came in there and just shot them up. No. And that's my thing. Because these 2 kids, if Jamal and Keisha had an AK-47, dude, you ain't running up on that. They call it a chopper for a reason. An AK-47 will chop your ass down like a weed, like a tree. It will chop your ass up. That 7.62 by 39, that shit ain't no joke. That's some serious firepower. So it wouldn't be a thing. You just can't just go up against that. I'm telling you. Before I get started, that's why I was so critical about the Tamir Rice shooting. Those police officers was dead ass wrong. And here's why. If somebody gives me a call telling me there's a kid in a park with an AK-47, I'm going to respond, but I'm going to respond a half a mile away. I ain't going to be a half a mile away, but I'm going to at least be anywhere from 50 to 100 yards away. When you look at that video of Tamir Rice, those police officers literally rolled right up on him. Anybody with any kind of sense, knowing what an AK-47 does and how lethal an AK-47 is, that it's not one of those guns you play with. Well, you don't play with no guns, but I'm just saying, it's like, that is a gun where if somebody's shooting that, you don't want to be like, hey, who's shooting that AK-47? You want to get the fuck low and get the fuck under cover. That's what you want to do. So it's not a thing where I'm just going to run to that and see what's happening. No. You going to go out there and be like, hey, man, them kids out there with an AK-47. I ain't going out there. Well, where were you at? Behind an engine block. That's where I was at. I'm not going up against that. The only way I want to respond to an AK is with a 6.5 Creedmoor, and I want to be about 1,000 yards out. I'm just saying. There's so much that an AK-47 is literally going to just go through. Right, like a car door, that AK going through that. That's going through that like clean. Hot knife through butter. And it's like, if you see a kid doing that, you going to roll up on that kid with your car? And you're just going to get out and shoot him? Man, please. If that kid had a real AK-47 and his intentions was on shooting the police, he would have killed both of them cops, in Cleveland. They both would have been dead. Riding up that close with their car, trying to stop a kid with an AK-47, they would have been dead. That kid would have stopped them in their tracks and showed them that he is ruthless. If Tamir Rice really had an AK-47 and was shooting at them and was shooting at people, it would have been bodies out there. Just saying. You hear people getting shot in the arm with an AK-47, boy, your arm you probably gonna lose it. I got shot in the forearm with AK. It had to cut my arm off, man. The AK, it destroyed all of the whole arm. That's how devastating that round is. That is a hell of a round, dude. That's why so many people use it. That's why them Arabs, them cats in the Middle East, Al Qaeda and all them, they toting that K. That's just what it is. Shout out to Darius Frost. Hit you boy with $2. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. All right, let's go.
Damn. Shot
fired. Anytime you ride up on a call and you hear some gunshots and your response is, damn. Not saying that you ain't supposed to, you ain't responding, but you supposed to have your rifle. That's all I'm saying. You supposed to have this here. If you get to a call and your response is, damn, that means you in trouble. I'm just saying. You supposed to be like, hold on, let me go back and get my shit. You supposed to be like, soon as you hear that, bam. Because it sounded like a shotgun, but as soon as you hear that, man, it's rifle time. I can't remember who the person was that said it. I don't know if somebody can Google it or not, but there was I think it was a police officer, an old school lawman. He said, Your handgun ain't nothing but a tool that you use to get to your rifle. That's what he said. He said your gun, your handgun, your service revolver is nothing but a tool that you use to get to your rifle. Was it James Yeager? All right. I used to watch him a lot too, so it could have been. But that's some true shit. That's what you do. If I'm in a gunfight, yes, I trust in my Glock. I trust in my Beretta PX4. I do. I really do. And I'm very confident in my handguns. However, if I had to choose to be in a shootout where it's not like I'm in a gas station and somebody run up on me. No, I mean, they over there and I'm over here. I don't want to have my pistol out. I want to have my rifle. That's what I want. I want this with me. Just saying. That's what I want to have with me. Because of it's such an efficient tool. It gives you such greater accuracy. You know, it's a lot less recoil. It's a whole bunch of advantages to this. The only disadvantage to an AR-15 is that you can have troubles in close quarters. Unless you have an SBR. Which is what I have. So I'm telling you, you talking about, man, up close and personal, I get it. But when you have some type of distance, you pass 15 yards, I want my rifle. I just do. I want my AR-15. But he rolled up and the first thing out his mouth is damn. That lets you know you in trouble, bro.
Damn.
Shot fired.
He shot.
All right, Central, locate the gun. Shots fired. Everybody get hard cover. Hard cover. All right, let's shut down.
He picking his nose, nasty motherfucker. What is wrong? Let me tell you something. I'm just telling you like this. I have noticed that there are a lot of white people that, and I ain't just saying that pick their nose. I'm not talking about that. Everybody pick their nose. There are a lot of white people that pick their nose and eat their boogers. I have seen this phenomenon for years. I don't know. I'm talking, I have been in a car watching somebody just scratching their brain so far up that they're literally scratching their brain. And they scratching and they're scratching. The men and women, they're just, I'm talking going in. Brain is just getting sore because they just scratching. Yank out that golden nugget. Then proceed to make it into an egg roll. We'll roll that motherfucker up into a nice spring roll and not flick it, not put it on a piece of tissue, not even wipe it on their clothes. They will pop that motherfucker in their mouth. Oh my God. I just don't understand. I'm telling you right now, the times that I have seen this in public, I know what it's just got to be out of control in private. But I've seen this so much in public, I have literally laid on my horn and just been like, you nasty motherfucker, wipe your hands, stop doing that. And they won't, I'm gonna tell you, when you catch a white person doing it, they won't look at you. They'll just keep this way. They'll dig and dig and dig and they'll pull it out and then they'll look at it and then they'll, and you start going crazy, they know that you done seen them and they'll just keep looking forward. I've seen a white lady do it. I just saw a white lady do it here in Texas about a month ago. And I was just like, oh, we on the highway in traffic. So I'm just sitting there in traffic like, God damn, this goddamn traffic. Y'all know this traffic in Texas is crazy. I'm saying like, God damn, this traffic, just sitting there. And I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, God damn, lady. What is you? Oh my goodness, she is really going in. She going to get it. And came out with it. and took that. I'm talking about that booger was so big when she came out with it. I was like, she gotta wipe that on something. She got to. Please, lady. It went from she gotta wipe it on something to please, lady, wipe it on something. Do not eat that booger. And she just said, mwah! And I looked at her and I said, what? If you don't get your nasty ass the fuck up out of here, bitch. If you don't get your nasty ass the fuck up out of here, bitch. I couldn't believe it. Just gross. And she didn't move. She kept it forward. She was like, eyes forward, mister. Ain't nobody doing nothing. She hit her with that. She had bitch hit me with the jagger leg. Y'all remember when Jagger Leg was looking at Claude and Biscuit was like, eyes forward, mister. And Jagger Leg was like, ain't nobody doing nothing. That's what she did. She was just looking straight ahead. That bitch never looked over. I was like, oh my God. Jagger Leg was like, ain't nobody doing nothing. All right, let's go.
Let's block that off. Everybody make
Oh, man.
cover. Sergeant Maxwell.
Stand by. Stand by. Appears female has a long gun pointed toward me. I have to hold my cover. Stand by.
Now, that right there, in my opinion, is where you have to say, all right, guys, we need long guns out here. I need long guns, or here's the other option. And this is what I was surprised at this. And the only thing I could think of is that they probably didn't have it. If I'm in a situation where I see a long gun and I've already heard around, I'm calling for SWAT. SWAT, HBT, whatever they call it, HBT in Chicago, hostage barricade terrorists. My daddy was on HBT. Tell you, he was cold-blooded too, boy. My daddy was cold. Had them MP5s. He was rocking and rolling. He was mad. But I'm just saying, for something like that, if I see that and I hear gunshots, because of the situation that they're in, we're outside, they're inside, a long gun can go far, essentially. So I get the rifle thing. I get the shotgun thing, but now that you see a rifle is in play, you need to call for SWAT. And either then, at that point, if you got SWAT and SWAT is responding, back up, establish a perimeter, get neighbors out the house. You know what I'm saying? You do all of that and you wait for SWAT to come and do this, because SWAT is going to have tear gas. SWAT is going to have shields. SWAT is going, and even in Michigan, we had one of those armored vehicles. You have so much more, so many more tools. And then with SWAT too, you have trained guys that this is what they do. This is exactly what SWAT is for. This is exactly what they're for. And even if when you see that armored vehicle pull up, you know it's about to go down. And in a lot of instances, when people see that, they be like, okay, let me go on here and surrender. I'm good. They hit you with the Jar Jar Binks. My give up. They done. But you do have those extremists that's like, I'm gonna die today. And you want to have the best guys in that situation. You want to have the best guys on the field in that situation. That's just what it is. So, yeah, I get my
life. Shotgun or a long gun. Female has it in her hand. Juvenile male looks like he has something in his hand as well. They're at the back sliding glass door on my side, which would be facing the 3.
Now, here's my other thing, what you see. So you've heard several shots. And I understand that you have some police officers, and whether you know these are kids already, or if you do, or if you don't, I get the fact that you don't want to shoot no kids. Hell, I get the fact you don't want to shoot nobody. You know, I mean, 95% of the police officers, we don't want to shoot nobody, man. We just don't. That is not our intention. Now, there is a small percentage of these crazy motherfuckers that's been dreaming about, thinking about shooting their gun when they on the toilet. They mapping situations out in their mind and playing the scenarios in their head of how they would shoot a motherfucker, what situations would they shoot a motherfucker when they're in the locker room. They talking about if they get the chance to shoot a motherfucker. That's just what they do. I get that. But that is not everyone's intention. And the greater majority, almost, like I said, 95, 97% of police officers in the world don't want to. Right? They got that Tackleberry syndrome. They just ready to get it in. But that's just not the thing that they want to do. So it's like when you're talking about just what it is that police officers have to go through, the shit that we got to deal with, it's like you don't want to have to shoot nobody. You really don't. So when the situation like this occurs, you want to de-escalate if possible. However, when you get multiple shots coming like this, it's game time. You can't be scared being the police. I say that all the time. There is no excuse to be scared. Being scared is not an excuse when you're the police. You are here to answer the fucking bell when it's rung. You are here to answer the call. You have been called. Policing is a calling, and if you answer the call, you got to answer that bell every time that shit is rung. That's just what it is. Just like with soldiers. They answer the bell every day. When they on duty, when they serving, when they on that wall, wherever you want to call it, wherever they at, when it's wartime or peacetime, they answering the call every single day. Same thing with police officers. Just saying. That's what it is. This situation here, multiple shots, you got to get out, man. You got to get busy. And one of the reasons why you want to be, and one of the things you need to have when this happens, you want to have yourself a long gun. Because you're going to need, in situations like this, precision to shoot through them windows. Look at it like this. And looking at this video right here, the distance between this guy behind this tree and that window right there. Let me tell you something. If there's somebody shooting, they weren't at this window shooting at him, but if they were shooting at him in this window right here and they had a fucking AK-47, my man ain't gonna make it. He's not going to make it. I'm telling you right now. He is as good as shot. That's what I'm saying. That's why if you're going to return fire, shooting your Glock, I get it. You good with it? Yep. But when you need stopping power like that, you want to be able to shoot through that window with ease. You want to be able to get through that window with ease. The minute you see an arm or some midsection, a head or whatever, you want to be confident enough to where you looking down them sights or you looking through that red dot, and when you pull that trigger, it's going right to that target because you don't know who else is in that house. Just saying. Most police officers are issued, they're not issued plates. They're issued whatchamacallit. Is it I think it's A2. I think that's what it is. It's A2. Where's my bulletproof vest? Oh, my vest is in my closet. I just got my plate carrier. Yeah, my plate carrier is right there. Yep. Yeah, my vest is in my I got two of my vests. I got one in my bedroom and one in here. But yeah, I believe it's A2 or A3 is the level that police officers are. So that basically will stop pistol rounds up to I think 44 close range. I think 44 at point blank range it won't stop, but I think everything else it will. Then I think it will stop. I want to say it'll stop 223 or no. I can't remember. You can Google it though and it'll tell you. But I think it's A2 or A3 is what police officers usually wear. However, SWAT or A4, it's the one, they are usually issued the one that's soft right before you go to plates. Usually. unless you got a broke ass police department. Because I think the minimum you got to have is A3 or A2, whatever that minimum is. That's what they usually. I mean, you usually go the step above that. So if it's A2 or A3, yeah, whatever that is, 3A or whatever, yeah. If it's 3A, then I think the bare minimum that's like in the book is 2A or something like that. But they got to have at least that. And like I said, that stops most rounds until you get into like, that shit ain't going to stop no 6.5 Creedmoor. That ain't going to stop no 308. That ain't going to stop. That ain't going to stop no 50 cal BMG. It ain't stopping that. That's your ass. So yeah. But most of the time that's what it is, because most people, when you're in shootouts, most of them are with handguns. So I believe it'll stop all the handgun rounds for the most part. So yeah. But let's go ahead. Let's get
shooting out the rear window toward my direction. Stand by. It's coming toward my way.
Coming out the street side towards the central.
Stand by. They're trying to come out the back door. I'm going to stand by. Okay. No weapons in their hand. They just busted out the window in the back. Stand by.
Yep.
Female has a shotgun in her hand. Stand by. Put the gun down now!
Now that's some Grand Theft Auto shit right there. You tell a motherfucker to put the gun down now, and they respond with not a fuck you, not a go to hell, not one of those shoot me motherfuckers. No, they respond with gunfire. These motherfuckers mean business. Their intentions are clear. That lets you know that. And that's why I said you want to have a rifle in this situation. You got some kids shooting, some grown folks shooting, some gangbangers shooting. I don't give a fuck. You got people shooting at your ass like this, and you giving them commands, and they responded with gunfires. Their intentions are clear and present.
Hey guys, just hold behind hard cover. Let's not shoot these kids, man. Let's just hold on. Take our time.
And here's my thing with that. So I guess this is the person who's in charge. I don't know if it's a sergeant or whatever, but he's saying, hey guys, let's not return fire. We don't want to shoot no kids, so let's pull back. Here's what you do then, dude. You pull all the way the fuck back. You pull back to where you are out of sight. If you're going to do that. But just telling people to hold their positions where the fuck they at this point, that officer is jeopardizing his team. That officer is jeopardized. He's putting his guys' lives in danger right now because he's thinking he don't want to shoot a kid. Fuck that. This ain't no kid. This is a motherfucker with an AK-47. This is a motherfucker with a shotgun. That shit is out the window. Any kid that got a weapon in their hand that is a deadly weapon, it ain't a kid. If you can confirm that this kid has a deadly weapon, this is a motherfucking threat. All of that, oh, it's a kid, man. You know, he don't really mean what he doing. She don't really mean it. Fuck out of here. She was the one who quarterbacked this shit. No way. Wolfbear said, I've been hit with a 308, but it was, level 3 steel. Okay, I was about to say, nigga, you ain't supposed to be here. You get hit with a 308. But he got level 3 steel, and it hurt like hell, bruised for weeks. I could only imagine, dude. Ooh-wee. Boy, that 308 is business.
10-4, they're shooting at me. Hold the air. I'm code 4. She's re-racking around inside the shotgun.
That lets you know what this kid is doing. So, and like I said, I understand the officer making the call where he don't want to shoot. He needs to have, I would have told everybody, get the fuck out of there, get the fuck back, especially now that you know she's reloading the weapon. If you gonna pull them all the way out, pull out, goddammit. Don't just pull out and still have your head right by the coochie. No, pull all the way out and back off. Get up. That halfway pull out, that, oh, I'm gonna do it right here. That'll get your ass in trouble. That's all I'm saying. So if you gonna make that call, get all the way the fuck out. Don't just say, oh, just hold your positions there and we just gonna back up a little bit, give them some space. No. And in my opinion, if you not under like real, true, hardcore cover, then you need to either engage, because you could have somebody who's a potential sitting duck.
All right, let's not engage them anymore. Let's not challenge them. Just hold behind hard cover. We're just going to hang out here. Unless they come out and they're going to be compliant, let's not go ahead and try to escalate this any further, guys. Just everybody stand by.
WC4, she's racked around the shotgun. The window is busted out on the patio side. So if she comes out, she's going to have the firearm.
Okay, well then you challenge her. But let's hold behind hard cover and let's try to do everything we can to try to...
Now he's saying, well, if that happens, then challenge her. So now you kind of like indecisive. You either in or you out. That's the whole thing. It's like, this guy here, I understand what he's trying to do, but you can't put people's lives in danger trying to be diplomatic in this situation. No shots fired, I get it. No gun out, I get it. Ain't nobody been shot, I get it. The minute you got shots fired, the minute you have multiple shots fired, you are literally in a war. You need to be going the fuck in and going and getting it while the getting is good, or get the fuck out altogether. You either make the call, say, hey guys, we're gonna wait for SWAT, everybody pull back, get in your vehicles, and drive the fuck away. Because I don't know what this is gonna turn into. I don't know how many people in this house. I don't know what's happening. So everybody get out of here. If you're gonna do that, or get the long guns out, and the minute somebody peek their head around, hey, you get on the loudspeaker on your vehicle. You all are under arrest. You need to come out with your hands up. You have 30 seconds to do so. You got 60 seconds to do so. If you do not, you will be shot. Put your hands up and come outside now.
Juvenile male has a firearm in his hand. Juvenile female is at the 1-2 side corner. I'm not sure if they're going to come to the front door or not. Stand by. Don't let me do this. Don't do this.
Yep, and Jane said, and it's getting dark.
Show me your hands now! Do not approach that door. She's got a shotgun pointed at that door inside on entry.
Just so I'm clear for everybody, nobody should be approaching anything.
See, that's the thing. It's like he's right in that situation. You can't just approach that door. No way. You can't expose yourself, because and the fact that it is getting dark, the advantage is to the people in the house. The advantage is to the people that's in the house, not to these guys that's outside, because you all are losing visibility by the minute. Calvin asks, he says, Brian, how many cops do you think are scared in situations like this compared to SWAT? I think that most cops should be scared in situations like this. Thank you, Ms. June. Appreciate it. I think most cops, you should have what I call a healthy fear. You should have a healthy fear in any situation like this. Any situation like this. Thanks, CJ Gunn. Appreciate it. Any situation like this, you should have a healthy fear. Now, a fear to the level to where it's unhealthy and you can't function, I think it's maybe I'd say maybe 1 or 2 out of 10 cops in a situation like this are like scared to where they're a problem, where they're a liability. It depends on how long you've been on the job. Because, and that's one of the reasons why I always make the example of saying, I always make the point of saying, this is why police officers should FTO for at least a year. Because you get the opportunity to see so much that when this happens, you're familiar. So it's not a thing of you freezing up. It's just like me hearing gunshots right now. I could hear 10 gunshots go off and I'm gonna be like, man, what the fuck? Let me go see what's happening. I'm not gonna be scared because I've been around gunshots so much growing up in my neighborhood. That's what happened all the time. Now, when I was 13, 14, I'd be scared. Oh man, they shooting. By the time I was 19, 20, I was like, damn, they shooting. So and it's just because of the exposure from it, then you get that desensitized mentality to where it don't bother you. Just like soldiers. They hear that shit, they want to get low and see where the fuck the threat is at. Let's go, where you at? Where you at? That's just what it is. The Honorable Bishop Don Fat Boy Ministries said, bro, I used to live in Volusia. Wow. Yeah, well, your old town is on deck tonight, making you proud.
Female's got a light on, appears possibly a bathroom toward the one side house. Both juveniles are still in view.
Who's with you?
Stand by, shots fired at me again. Juvenile male fired that round.
Yeah, bring him up here.
Okay.
Yep.
Stand by. She's got the AK and a shotgun. She's wrapping around the top of her neck. Shot fired! God damn it.
He fucking around. You see that? Hot damn.
Shots fired again. Female now has a pistol.
This is a time lapse. This isn't just, it's not that quick bread and circle. This is a time lapse. So they've just put together some of these clips, you know, like they cut out the lulls in it. This took like, I think it was like over 45 minutes or something like that altogether. But the thing is like when you in a situation like this, like, God damn, dude, you out here with a fucking pistol. You got this little bitch in this motherfucking house with not just only a shotgun, but a fucking AK-47. Fuck is wrong with you, man? And you don't have your rifle out? Man, no fucking way. If I didn't have whoever got rifles, y'all need to be out here. I'm gonna go sit in the car. And y'all call me for support. Y'all need me to put the cuffs on somebody? I got you. I'm behind the motherfucking tree like that and they shooting at me like that? Man, fuck that. That's what the fuck you call a close call. That's why I said it's amazing that he didn't get that, not just him, but any of these officers didn't get shot. It really is. They are some lucky motherfuckers.
Juvenile male has a long gun, so does the female. Stand by.
She's pointing the gun. Pointing the gun behind the trash can.
Now, what you seeing right here, this is the helicopter. And I would tell you what, when I first saw this reminded me of playing Call of Duty. When you get that, what is that damn, oh my God, what is it called? What's the plane that got the 105 shells in it? Ah, shit, I'm supposed to know that. The AC-130. That's what I thought this was. I was like, I wish I had, I said, now if I had an AC-130 with the 105 shells, boy, them kids would have been Audi 5000. I was like, hey, 105, these motherfuckers shooting at us. Hey, look, I'd have been like, look here, we need that 105 shells. Come on back there, get that AC-130, hit that 105 shells. Let's go ahead and light it up, boys. That's what the fuck I would have done. Cause I'm telling you, when you see, if you look at the AC-130, you get this right here. This is exactly what you get. The only difference is you got that 105. That man, I'm telling you, boy, you talking about a one-hitter quitter? That AC-130 with the 105 shells, that motherfucker got 105 shells and it got minigun. Boy, I'm telling you, that's a one-hitter quitter. You going home in a body bag with that, boy. Right. You can clean up Chicago real quick with that. I'll tell you right now. Tell motherfuckers to surrender. And if you don't, we gonna let this AC-1. Somebody call me and tell me there's an AC-130 outside. I'm giving the fuck up. I don't give a fuck what I got. I'm giving up. I give up. I don't want no parts of no AC-130. That motherfucker is that deal. The AC-1, that boy, look it up.
Behind the trash can. You guys be careful of your phone margins out there by you guys.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all what that is.
Central, shots fired, LEO, shots fired.
The boys out is retreating inside.
Everybody stand by.
Yeah, buddy.
He's right there.
All right, guys. Let's just chill. Everybody hold on. Take a break. Billy, get back. Come on.
I think the female's down.
Stand by. Where's the little boy? The boy went back inside.
Come on out!
Inside.
Come on out! Come out! Okay!
The boy's throwing guns. Stand by.
Now, get your hands up! Keep your hands up! Sawicki, calling to you. The female's on the ground behind the car.
Now, what's happened is they have shot the girl she's gotten shot in the center mass. So somebody done shot her ass, and now she's down and giving up. And now the other kid, he's giving up too. He's like, okay, fuck it. I done had enough. I quit. After he done seen her ass get shot, he realizes maybe this wasn't such a great idea. Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm sorry. Time out. I'm done. I don't want no more parts of this. That's pretty much what this motherfucker done did. So, yeah. Man, where is this shit at? That ain't what I saw. I'm trying to find this goddamn AC-1. Oh, wait, there. I think that's it. Nope, that ain't it. No, that's just the one that's just showing it at night. God damn it. Damn, I can't see. They only showing me the thing. They're not showing it in action. God damn it. Oh, wait, there it is. Let me show y'all this shit here, boy. Look at here. Boy, look at here. I got to give you this. Let me show you this shit and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So a motherfucker won't get it twisted. This here is an AC-130 going up against the Taliban. This Osama boys. Oh, this them Osama, them Bin Laden boys. Y'all heard about them Bin Laden boys? This them Bin Laden boys in that convoy. Watch what this motherfucker here do. Yeah.
Try to get back to that wheel's gone.
Yeah.
I don't think that vehicle's gonna move anymore.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's the gun. That's the minigun. That's not a fan. That's that minigun. Yeah. Yeah.
Correct. We got it pretty good.
Yeah. Y'all see that? That ain't the 105. That's the gun. That's the 30 right, 30 millimeter.
Fire weapon on. We got it pretty good.
It's flipping the cars over.
Yeah, they rolled over. We've got guys running away from that vehicle. We're moving out.
Y'all hear that shit? We got guys running away from that vehicle. You goddamn right you got guys running away from that vehicle. Them motherfuckers is out. Like, nigga, they got a condo on their wrist, girl. We cashing out. Them niggas like, I don't want no parts of this Taliban shit. Fuck Allah. Fuck them 100 virgins. Fuck all that shit. This shit here is real. This 30 millimeter is getting in all our asses.
Have confirmed service in the city. Now.
Yeah.
In the area. Good. Vehicle destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's them 105s right there, boy. Boy, they ain't playing with that. Look at Wolf Bear. Wolf Bear like, hoorah. He having flashbacks. Wolf Bear having them flashbacks like, yeah, I remember that shit. Serious. That's that 30 millimeter.
In the area. That's ahead.
Look at that.
In the area.
Oh, that's the 20 millimeter. That's the M61. Yeah, that's the M61 right there that's going off. It's selected right there in the bottom left corner.
That's a hit.
Boy, do you see? That's a hit. But that first one, that's that 105, baby. See how he's selecting that shit? Oh, that's the M60. The L60 40 millimeter.
I don't think that vehicle's gonna move anymore.
Boy. Okay. Look at that. Y'all see them rounds going down, right? He had 2,500 rounds in that shit. They didn't even load off the 105.
Fire weapon on. We got it pretty good.
That shit says hot. You see that shit flash?
We've got guys running away from that vehicle. I was moving out.
That shit says hot.
Good. In the area. Good.
USA, motherfuckers. Gonna go out there and go get them boys. Man. And look, that's why won't nobody go head up with us. That's exactly why. That's why motherfuckers ain't trying to go head up and march on these shores, watch them walk up on this beach. Cause this is a video game. That ain't no video game, boy. All safe cybersecurity? No, sir. That ain't no damn video game. That is that real business, partner. That is that deal. No, sir. That ain't no video game. You can't tell. That's that shit. That ain't the... Look, I can show you the motherfucking Call of Duty joint. I can show you that shit. That is that shit. There it is on, yeah, I can show you the Call of Duty joint. Let's see. Where is it at? There you go. Yeah. Here go on Call of Duty.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bro, you're not gonna make it. You're not getting in there.
Yep.
Behind you.
That UAV.
I got like 5 people.
He said all say thought they was on a 13 kill streak. Yeah, that Fury. Yeah. Man putting in work.
They're all in the HQs.
There you go.
Sitting there.
Do that juggy and hit that AC-130. Here go the AC-130 on the game. Yeah.
Boys.
That's the game. That's right.
Camping back there already anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was no ladder back there.
That's the game. So
really
if that ain't it, then I don't know what is. I ain't never been in an AC-130 real life, but I'm just saying that shit didn't look like that. I know what that game looked like and what that other shit is. That's what it is. Now, if you got some footage of an AC-130 to show what I showed wasn't real, then send it my way. Other than that, what I saw with that Taliban shit is what the fuck I'm saying it is. I don't know of a game that looks like that. So it is what it is.
On the ground there.
Hey, let's get him secure, get a status on her. Let's get him secure. We still got movement. Hey, we got movement.
Going back towards you.
That's the boy there. The girl is laying down.
Bello, get him secure. Let's start getting up on her. Get a shield. Let's go up. We got to get some rescue up here, guys. Once he's secure.
Ready? All right, stand by. Advise when he's secure.
Yes, please. Hey, click that like button, please, guys. If you're watching, please go ahead and click that like button.
Start moving up.
Rescue will come up when she's secure.
Light her up. With a light. With a light.
No, but I don't know if I
Now that there, I'm telling you, that is nervousness. That dude is just being nervous. He said, light her up. That is something that you do not say unless you're talking about lighting their ass up with that gun. Then he had to change it and say with the light. You say, give me a light over here. You say, shine me a light there, or give me a light here. Give me some light over here. That's what you say. You do not say, light her up with a light. No, with the light, not your gun, man. You don't say that. So you want some light. You say, hey, give me a light over here. Give me a light there. Shine a light on her. Shine a light in this area. That's what you say. You don't say light a motherfucker up. Light it up. No, that means get busy.
You got eyes on her?
well, let's worry about getting her secure. Rescue's right here in the community center. I had them.
Get your hands up!
Stop talking. 10-3, 10-3, 10-3.
Okay. Get up on her. Get up on her. Get up on her. Gray, you get that rifle.
Don't reach towards that gun.
Step on that rifle. Step on that shotgun.
Roll over the house. We need some coverage on the house.
Clear her. Get.
And now here's the other thing too. This is why you want to have guys hitting the house as well. You're focused on the shooter, but you don't know who else is in that house. And if you don't know who else is in that house, you need to be hitting that house like you would be hitting any other house that you're serving a warrant on. So you need guys to actually get to the immediate threat, which is the girl. Once you've secured those firearms, then you can leave one or two guys to put cuffs on that kid or whatever. But you need to be hitting that house to find out if there's anybody else in there. That's just what that is, because you're so close to the home. Because you don't know if somebody's going to come running out. You don't know if somebody's in there that needs help. You don't know if somebody else may have been there, could have been in there being held hostage and could have got shot, could have gotten hit, could have gotten stabbed. You have no clue. So one of the first things that you want to do, you absolutely want to secure the threat and eliminate that threat. Make sure that threat is out of the picture. Got them cuffs on that threat. Good. I understand that threat needs medical attention. Like I said, you want to leave one or two officers there to do that, but everybody else should be hitting that house to find out what the fuck else is going on up in there.
Get gloves on. You got the house. Okay? You got the house?
Right.
Get gloves on.
Exactly.
Get gloves on now. I got the shotgun. Somebody go get a fucking man.
You get off her. Get the gun. Okay.
Hey,
stop. Relax. Get that shotgun out of here. All right?
I'm a fucking roller. You guys got her?
Yes.
All right, ready?
Whoever's got a med kit, some type of med kit, I need it up here now in the garage.
I mean, even looking at that, all safe, that looks like a game. So it's like, if you gonna send me the real deal that you saying ain't what I showed. Send me that. Don't send me nothing else that's like a game, because we just seen the game. I get it. If you ain't got no real deal footage that's gonna supersede what I showed earlier, ain't no point.
All deputies are code 4. Bello, Winhoven's going for his med kit. All right, tell him to step it up. You know,
get your belt off. Where's she headed?
And here's the other thing. So I know when you hearing this, you tend to want to be sympathetic towards the girl because she's crying. Well, she's crying because she got shot. Shit happens. However, she's the person who kicked off all this shit. And I don't give a fuck how troubled she is. She has not only put her life in danger, but others. And it's everybody else's responsibility, especially as being law enforcement officers. It's your responsibility to make sure that that everybody else is safe. You got her neutralized pretty much at the point, but I get the fact, you know, people will hear that and hear somebody screaming when they get shot. Man, don't let that shit bother you. You the motherfucking reason why you shot in the first place. Because a lot of times there are other people that could be hurt. You want to make sure that there's nobody else in that house. You can't be trying to listen to help a motherfucker that didn't get shot, and they're the reason why motherfuckers get shot. Because at the end of the day, that could have been one of your officers laying down. One of your fellow officers could be dead. One of your fellow officers could be severely injured. Fuck that. And I know y'all might think I'm bogus, but fuck that little girl. Fuck her and fuck that boy. Fuck that. It's too much other shit that's out here that could be potential threats to where you can't be worried about this motherfucking kid that done got shot now. Fuck that shit. Right, cuz he said, give us some Robitussin and keep it pushing. Post some tussin on that motherfucking wound. I'm just saying. Not to say you just ain't supposed to help her and give her no first aid, but you need to be focused on getting in that house, making sure that house is safe, sweeping that crib, make sure that there are no more threats. Until you get an all clear, fuck her and fuck him. Put cuffs on them. Call the motherfucking paramedics. You got a bus coming. If they can save her, great. If they can't, I get it. Oh well. Too bad. So sad. That's just what it is, man. You can't sacrifice that shit because now she done got hit with some reality seeds that now she realizes I done fucked up. Yeah, this shit ain't no video game. Ain't no reset button. Ain't no do-over, bitch. You was out here shooting at motherfuckers with an AK and a shotgun and a pistol thinking this is Grand Theft Auto. Now you got motherfucking 5 stars up there flashing. All the police and the black cars that showed up and they actually shooting at your ass and ain't trying to arrest you no more. And you didn't get hit. Now you like, oh, damn.
All right. Hold her where she's at. Hold her where she's at. Rip that off. Pull it off. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by.
You want to get the house, buddy? We got this.
Rip this.
And that there, people, that is the sound of regret that you hear. I'm telling you what that is. That ain't no little girl that's hurt and crying. She's been shot. No, that is the sound of regret. That's what you hear. That that is regret. That's what the fuck was I thinking? I done fucked up. That's what that is. I done fucked up. That's what that is. That ain't no, oh, it's a little girl and she's been shot. She's such an innocent, sweet child. Nope. Fuck that. I done got fucked up and this shit really does hurt. It really does hurt, huh? Hey, something really is cooking.
Pull it. Hey, what's your name, sweetie?
Rip it.
What's your name? Come on. Come on, sweetie. What's your name?
What's your name? Nicole? Are you Nicole?
All right.
All right. Nicole, stand still. Stand still.
See how compliant she is now? Earlier, when Officer Good Guy was like, put that gun down, what did she do? Pow! She ain't had shit to say. She responded with gunfire. Now, she done got some of them freedom seeds put on her motherfucking abdomen in that midsection. Now, is your name Nicole? Yes, my name is Nicole Breonna Taylor, and I am bitch got nothing but assholes for me now. Compliant like a motherfucker. I know.
Hey, Watchy.
Do it. I need something. Where's she hit? Show me her injuries. Where's she in?
She's fucking shot. Send her mask.
Okay, hold what she got.
Through the right arm.
All right.
Send a mask.
Stay
Good
still.
job, guys.
Nicole, listen to me. Nicole, stand still. All right. Give me your knife.
Yeah, buddy.
Hold that.
That's what them freedom seeds do to you, Nicole, and make you wanna holler. Throw up both your hands. Yeah. Nicole had gunshots sitting out and got shot. Now she's laying in the driveway and she don't know what to do, so she's crying. Whoa, make her wanna holler, throw up both her hands. Whoa, make her wanna holler, throw up both her hands. That motherfucker singing that Marvin Gaye. She didn't even know she knew Marvin Gaye, but now she do. Now she laid out, make her wanna holler, throw up both her hands. Boom, boom, boo, doo, boom. Boom, boom, boo, doo, boom.
Stay still.
Fucking around.
Let's go. Grab her. No, let's go. Let's go. Let's throw her in the fucking car. I'm not waiting around for these people to get here. Let's go. All right, here we go. Ow.
Yeah.
Get on the other side. Get out.
That is not just crying. That's what you call wailing. Wailing in agonizing pain. You know, you remember hearing Bob Marley and the Wailers? That's because they done heard motherfuckers in agonizing pain. And that's what a wailing sounds like. Is when you get from a oh no 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 no. That's crying. When you it sounds like you off key and you singing. That's what she got going on right now. She got that. He said that Mariah Carey. She got that Minnie Riperton going on, boy. Yeah, she got that Minnie Riperton going on there. Do you wanna get shot? Do you wanna get shot? Do you wanna get shot in your chest? Boom, boom, boom. Bang, boom. Boom, boom. Do you wanna get shot? Do you wanna get shot? Do you wanna get shot in your chest? Y'all remember they used to play it on Grand Theft? I think that was Grand Theft Auto 4 when they had that Minnie Riperton on there. Boy, you complete that mission, get in that car and it's raining outside. That Minnie Riperton come on, you going back to your save house. Boy, you be driving like, yeah, I killed that mission, boy. I'm going to go back to the crib. I'm going to get on back in the house. Driving like I used to drive that little Ferrari style car and that motherfucker be driving back like, yeah, buddy. Had a Minnie Riperton inside my little bumping. Shit. Well, that's what she doing. That's what happens. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go through. Go through all the way out. Oh,
yeah.
Go on that side. Stand up. Stand up. Get it out. Nick. Am I going with her? What do you want?
Just fucking go. Just take it.
Move. Code 3.
Mm-hmm. You know where public is? Where's he going?
Here, let me get out of your car. Get out of your car. I got it.
I got it.
Go.
Take it. Go. Go. Take it. Fuck, man.
Fuck, man. Hey, look, I get it. I get it. And I understand that, you know, man, there ain't no police officer coming to work wanting to shoot somebody, let alone shoot a kid. However, you have to look at the totality of the circumstances. And you got to realize, hey, man, it was either her or us. And in that situation, man, fuck that. That is just one of the suck parts of the job. That just is. But that choice was made by her. She did this shit. Gotta do what you gotta do, man. Because here's the other thing. What if her shooting would have sent a bullet into somebody else's house and killed a 3-year-old kid, killed somebody's mama, killed somebody's daddy, killed somebody's brother or somebody's sister. That's what I'm thinking about. And that's what you have to think about as a police officer. It could not only be me, but it could be one of my fellow brothers or sisters, or it could be somebody else that's an innocent bystander in all of this that winds up dying. I'm sorry. Anybody, like they tell you, anybody who has a gun and you pull that trigger, you are responsible for every single fucking bullet that leaves that gun. That's it. You are responsible for it. So when you choosing to let loose because you got some video game mentality shit going, because you a fucking troubled teen and you done lived a fucked up life, I get it. But you're still responsible for the shit that you do. And that's one of the problems. I saw somebody in here ask earlier about why they think, I guess it was, what was it? Something about like the video game mentality or something. I can't remember what they said. Innocent people responding could have got killed over the suit. Yep, you're right. I saw that, but somebody else said something in here. Brian, Miss June, she said, Brian, I don't understand why these kids don't know the difference between fantasy, like a video game and reality. Here's the thing. They don't understand they do understand the difference. They don't give a shit because there are no consequences for it. There are no consequences for these kids today. And that's the same thing with a lot of young people that ain't been through shit and have been given shit. We as a society have gotten to the point to where we've given so much to the younger generations that they're not appreciative, they're not spoiled, but now they are entitled. They're entitled. They believe that they're supposed to get the shit that we're giving them. Not the shit that they're working for. They believe, oh, I'm supposed to have this. And if I don't have it, I need to be able to go the fuck off and until I get it. Fuck going to work for it and getting it on my own. No, they have such a sense of entitlement. And what a bigger problem is, and the only reason why I know this is because of my wife. Working in the juvenile detention center, working in a juvenile center like that, man, these kids, my wife's been doing that. She was doing it back in Michigan. And the shit that those kids get to do, we can't touch out. We can't put your hands on the kid. You can't curse at the kid. You can't say this to the kid. You got to let the kid do this. You can only restrain a kid if it's you. It's like, what? So a kid walking to me and spit in my face? I can't do shit? Shit. I am too gonna do some shit. We have let these younger generations over the past maybe 30 years or so, they've gotten to the point to where we've given them so much shit that they don't work for it. And it happens because of the parents. Single mothers, and even these motherfucking 2-parent households that want to just give their kids shit. Well, let them make the decisions on their own. They have to figure out life on their own. Not at 8, bitch. You tell a kid what the fuck they gonna do. Now, when they get older and they're able to think for themselves and be responsible, yeah, okay, you know what? Yeah, I've laid a good foundation. You go out there and you get it now. You don't sit there and don't teach these kids how not to work for shit. You just gonna give it to them. You buying a kid $250 pairs of shoes. You buying them Jordans every time. Every new Jordans that come out. Here's how it goes. So because you didn't grow up and you couldn't afford to have Jordans, now that you got a little bit of money, you want to give your kids Jordans every time they come out. Notice I said give. You want to give them Jordans every time they come out because you didn't have Jordans as a kid and you knew how I felt to where kids would make fun of you because you didn't have the Jordans on. That's bullshit. That's stupid shit. That's fucked up, piss poor parenting. And a lot of these motherfucking welfare queens or these broke ass bitches that ain't got no money but to take the little money that they got and go buy their kid some designer fucking clothes, go buy them some motherfucking fucking gold chain, and they riding the bus. Riding the fucking bus to go get some fucking Gucci. Riding the bus to go buy your son or your daughter a fucking Louis bag because you didn't have one and this little motherfucker is only 15 years old. That's fucking stupid. You cannot justify that as a parent and consider yourself to be a good one at that. You an ain't shit parent if you doing that shit for your kids. I want them to have the best while they in school. They ain't gonna be making fun of my kid. Fuck you mean they ain't gonna be making fun of your kid? You shouldn't have had that little motherfucker if you couldn't take care of that motherfucker. I'm just saying. You let these little kids grow the fuck up, giving them expensive shit that they don't work for. My daughter has not had, well, she did get a pair of Jordans. But those Jordans were actually given to her. So she did get a pair, but they were given to her. However, shout out to you, damn cuz. Shout out to my cousin. However, I'm not buying my kid no designer shit. And the reason why is because, number one, she's only 8. She doesn't even understand designer anything. Hell, designer don't even understand what the fuck he be saying most of the time, let alone my kid understanding what designer clothes are. So no, I'm not rushing out to the store to get my kid Jordans, to get my kid Gucci, to get my kid Chanel, to get my kid Louis Vuitton. Fuck that. I'm not doing it. Why? Because my kid ain't worked for it. And because of that, I want her to earn it. The first pair of Jordans that I got, I actually bought them myself. I was 19, I believe. I was 19 or no, I was older than that. I was 21, I believe. I was 20 or 21. The reason why I had to buy my first pair of Jordans is because where I lived, my mama and they couldn't afford that shit. My daddy wasn't buying no motherfucking Jordans. My daddy was he old school. That nigga wore New Balance. On everything, on God. My old man was a sergeant in the Chicago Police Department, making money like a motherfucker, getting paid. That motherfucker was wearing New Balance when he put on gym shoes. The wide ones. Everything, because he had, my old man had bunions. He was wearing motherfucking New Balance. Comfortable shoes. Putting creases in his jeans with the starch in them. So he can wear them 3 or 4 times and they still look crisp. On everything. That's what he did. But all I'm saying is that I'm not going to do that to my kid because my kid don't know what that shit means. And my kid ain't going to understand what I went through and what I'm sacrificing to buy. Let me tell you something. We got to buy my girl gym shoes maybe every 2 months. And because of me knowing the value of Jordans, she got some fucking 11s. I don't even let her wear them to school to run around and play with them because I'm like, I'm going to be mad if I see them motherfucking 11s fucked up. Like, you ain't fucking up no 11s like that. I'm just telling you, I can't let her do it. You ain't fucking up no 11s playing around on the playground with the wood chips and shit. No. We gonna get you what do we go to? I think we go to Shoe Carnival and Payless, or whichever one of them ain't closed now. We go there and we get her the light up shoes. They pink. I get her usually 2 pair. We get the pink ones, or my wife will get a 2 pair. That's what we do. They usually buy one, get one half off. So hey, I'm with it. We get a 2 pair. She loves them. She picks them. She likes the colors. She wears them. She fucks them up. And in 2 to 3 months, we're doing it all over again. So what we probably spending maybe about $300 a year on shoes. I guess, ballpark around there somewhere. But that's what she should get. That's what she should have because she's a kid. She's just playing and tearing up shit. When she gets into high school or something like that, I'm still not doing it. You need to get a job. Or you too young to get a job. Shout out to my man Jamel dad, Mr. Jackson. You need to get a job. What's a job? It's a young person job, nigga. Shit, because you too young to get a job. You need to get a job. God damn it. That's what you need to get. That's just how that shit goes. Now, if you want to spend your hard-earned money on that shit, fine, you should, because it teaches you to value the shit. My job, I would rather spend my money on making sure that my daughter got all the food that she wants, the clothes that she needs, and she got a roof over her head. Great. She lives in a safe neighborhood. Fine. But I'm not going to be buying her no fucking Chanel and no Louis Vuitton. Fuck that. And if she go to school with some rich motherfuckers that got that shit, so be it. That's all I'm telling you. You have to let kids earn the shit that they get because that's the only way they will appreciate it. That's the only way. When you let kids and you just give kids shit, give it to them because you didn't have it. When you just give it to them just for the sake of giving it to them because you want them to be sharp, your fucked up mentality is fucking your kids up. Because now that's what they value. Looking sharp, having the new shit. Right, Swag. Where you get these Spider-Mans? Get these motherfucking man. He said real time I can get six unicorns for one Jordan. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Shit, you can get these motherfucking Avengers. That's what I'm gonna tell my son. Daddy, can I get these Jordans? Hell no, you can get them Avengers. We gonna go to Walmart and get these Avengers. You see that? That got Spider-Man, the Hulk, it got Iron Man, and Thor on them motherfuckers. That's what you can get. Get them in games. Get them Infinity Wars. That's what you can get. You ain't getting no money by your ass no for what? You can go fuck them up? Man, please. My kid gonna be a sneakerhead or my children gonna be sneakerheads. They can do that on their own dime. Right, get them jars. Get your ass a Gordon Gartrell, motherfucker. Get your ass no motherfucking. Get your ass no motherfucking designer shit. No. Just saying. Now this is the sheriff, and he's talking about these kids, and he's putting on. The reason why I love this is because he put them motherfuckers at juvenile services, family services. He put their ass on blast like he should because this motherfucker's lives in danger with this shit, and a little girl got shot because these motherfuckers ain't doing their job because they coddling these kids and they're not doing nothing but fostering these kids to become more and more and more and more aggressive criminals.
FUMSH has been a problem since I've been the sheriff and probably beyond. We were there 289 times for calls for service in 220. We've been there 89 times so far this year. And the call was that a 12-year-old who is a diabetic and needs medication every 4 hours or so had walked off campus with the 14-year-old. We are investigating whether or not the 14-year-old struck a counselor on that campus who tried to follow them and stop them from leaving.
Just listen to the initial shit that's going on. Now, I get it. These are troubled kids. These are kids that have been, and let me tell y'all something. A lot of our children go through some of the worst shit imaginable. And I totally understand that. Those kids that are abused, those kids that are in terrible situations, terrible living conditions and all that, I totally understand that. Here's the thing, and this is my problem with DCFS, juvenile services, all of that shit. Y'all ain't doing nothing but babysitting these kids. Y'all are not putting them in safe situations. Y'all not putting them in situations that's gonna save them from the conditions that they're in. And the thing is, it's like those are the kind of things that we should be putting our money towards as far as resources, instead of spending $1 trillion to build a bunch of fucking windmills for renewable energy. Why not have why not make some boarding schools that are state or in state and federal government co-funded, to where kids like this can go into a year-round boarding school? Now, if you get into that boarding school and you fucking up and you just gonna be a fucking problem child, I get it. Put their ass in juvenile detention or put their ass in a mental health institution, because a lot of kids do just need that. They cannot function because of the trauma and the damage that's been done. But a lot of other kids, they just need stable, structured environments and some discipline, like people do when they take their kids and put them in boarding school, or they put their kids in military, in ROTC schools, where they live on campus. They got dorms, they got the teachers and shit, instructors there. They learn how to take care of the building. They help with cooking. They help with maintenance. They go out there, they cut the grass, they mopping the floors, they doing the laundry. It's just like it's a what do you call that? An ecosystem that they help maintain. Yeah, a little bit better than Job Corps though. But because that's the thing, that shit starts, you gotta be, I thought you had to be like 13 or 14 or some shit like that. But if it's 15, you need more than that, because a lot of kids are fucked up in situations where they 8, 7, 9. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit that goes on with kids as far as abuse when they are under the age of 3, when they 4, around 5 years old, that's when they really start retaining and remembering that shit. 4 or 5 years old. Like, I don't remember what the fuck happened to me or what the fuck was done to me or what I did at 3 years old. I just don't remember that. But my earliest memories are probably around, preschool and kindergarten. So 4 or 5 years old. They will say there is no money for those programs. They'll say that because we don't say it. That's all. They say that because we don't say there's no money for it. We know what the fuck we're spending. Anybody in this fucking country can look up on the internet and find out what our government is spending money on and where. But when you got motherfuckers voting for the assholes who's spending all this money on fuck shit like, oh, we're gonna give $30 million to a museum. What? Oh, wait, we're gonna give $20 million to Pakistan for transgender research. And ain't nobody saying shit because they want their side to win. That's what you get. That's on us. All motherfuckers that voted for these motherfuckers that's just giving money away because niggas want to sit their ass at home and don't want to work. They want that extra $600 on their check. That's where your money's going. When you got these motherfuckers just taking money and putting it towards a bunch of fucking, we gonna build windmills, we gonna close down this pipeline, we gonna make windmills. But what about people who out of work? Oh, they can find another job. And y'all cool with that shit? Hey, that's what it is. That's exactly what the fuck it is. When you got motherfuckers saying we need to shut our fucking economy down indefinitely, that's what it is. Just like now. States are open back up. Countries about to officially open on July 4th. I don't know how the fuck they picked a date that I guess coronavirus will be gone, but whatever. They got these motherfuckers opening back up, but you know what the problem is now? And it's gonna happen all across the rest of the country because I'm seeing it here in Texas. Every retail, fast food business, these little restaurants, they all have hiring now signs in the window, and people aren't going back to work. Yep. People are not going back to work. And you know why? Because they're making more money sitting at home on their ass. These motherfuckers been sitting at home for so long, they don't want to go back to work now. They're finding any and every possible way to not go to work. I'm a scheme, lie, do whatever it is, duck, dodge, hide, whatever I got to do so I don't have to go back to work. All of these motherfuckers, and see, the thing is, what a lot of people don't realize, well, shit, you don't make as much money as you did in unemployment, because of, that's not the point. I can make just barely enough to where I can get by, or I could turn around and take this little bit of unemployment shit, maybe find a little scheme, maybe flip some dope or something like that, just to make sure I can get by, as opposed to having the responsibility of getting the fuck up every morning. That's what's happening. And I'm telling you, it's just one of those things where now we're just now getting back into it. But here's what's fucked up. Your government ain't telling you what's going on. All of these motherfuckers that went out and voted for Biden and Harris, they the very motherfuckers that ain't saying shit about it. Just like when that jobs report came out about a month ago, and you saw that these motherfuckers ain't got no job, and the jobs ain't back like they said they was. Motherfuckers ain't saying shit. Country ain't telling you a goddamn thing. So that's what's happening. You have people that don't want to go to work. People ain't going to work. It's only so long that the government tick gonna be able to feed you. But then what's gonna happen? You're gonna have motherfucking crime is gonna keep skyrocketing through the roof. Right. Look at how fucked up California is. California, man, do y'all realize that these motherfucking Democrat cities, these major Democratic cities, are all but bankrupt? All but bankrupt. On the verge of bankrupt. They were so desperate for Biden to give them that money that it would have they would have been bankrupt. California as a state is damn near bankrupt. And I'm telling you, watch how it is with these other cities, your Detroits, your Chicagos, your New Yorks. Watch them over the next year, 2 years. Watch what happens. All this quick little bounce back shit, let me tell you something. Just because you don't have the media telling you what's fucked up, don't mean that shit ain't fucked up. They just not talking about it. That's all. They're just not saying. Just like all that shit that's going on at the border. They just not saying. You don't see it on the news no more, now do you? But that don't mean it ain't happening. I'm telling you, it's going to be bad. Because it is bad now. It's just going to get worse. And it's going to get to the point to where they can't cover it up.
Several times after 5 o'clock, deputies encounter them, and each time they run from the deputies. And at around 7:30 approximately, on the Osteen-Maytown Trail that runs behind the property, deputies are alerted to a young white male and a young white female who broke into a house right off the trail. Deputies go to investigate, and they observe that windows are shattered. They look in, and they then somehow are able to make contact with the owner of the property. They don't go into the property. That's something that I would have done. They don't, and thank God they don't. They contact the owner of the property. The owner of the property says, hey, I just left the house 15 minutes ago.
Now, I don't know what the fuck sheriff was thinking on that, but I wouldn't have did that shit neither. I'm not just going to storm no motherfucking castle, and I don't know what the fuck is in the castle. I'm just not doing it unless it's a dynamic situation where some shit is fucked up right now in the moment. I hear people hollering, I hear gunshots firing, I hear kids crying or some shit. That's different. But just going up to a house, you don't know who's in there, you don't know what's going on, and unless I got a fucking SWAT team with me, I ain't going.
Everything was intact. Nobody should be in my house.
Was already
but
done.
Be advised.
See, and here's the thing though. So Detroit, he said, was already done. Detroit was fucked up, but Detroit was on a comeback. Detroit was being literally was that whole gentrification thing was happening. But here's the problem. Well, what people don't understand, I did a show when this shit first started about a year ago about the economy. The economy it's an ecosystem. It's an ecosystem. It requires people to work and spend money and putting that money back into companies so companies can put that money back into your pocket. It has to work like that. So the government can get taxes so the government can function. It has to work like that. We have to work, and we have to have companies, and we have to fund the government so that we can all function. When you take out a major piece like was taken out, with the workforce being basically decimated, the only thing you really had functioning was essential services, liquor stores, government, whatever, social safety services and stuff like that, doctors and stuff. That's okay. How long can you sustain that though? And mark my words, I'm saying it now. It's gonna be this fall, flu season, whatever. It's gonna be the worst strand of COVID ever made is gonna come this fall, and it's gonna be the same shit all over again. Mark my words.
There are 3 firearms in the house, and there's about 200 rounds of ammunition in the house. So deputies begin to keep eyes on. They call for more resources. They announce their presence. And in fact, they know that we're out there. And this goes on for a while, because some of the body camera footage you'll see is from 7:30, 7:45, and then some of it you'll see is heat seeking from Air 1, and then some of it you'll hear the gunshots, you'll hear the voices of the deputies. And just to share the transmissions with you that we had transcribed, when the event starts, it starts at roughly 20:28, which is about 8:20 at night. Shots fired from inside the house. 2 minutes later, long gun pointed toward Alpha 40. A minute later, shooting out the rear window towards 40. 33 seconds later, shooting at Alpha 40 right now. At 20:40, 8:40 at night, juveniles made verbal threats to kill LEO.
LEO ain't Leo. That's a law enforcement officer. So it's like when you think about that, you hearing a minute, 33 seconds, 2 minutes. That's all happening so fast, and you don't know what's happening. But on a playback, listening to this play-by-play, what are you going to do in a situation like that? It's like it comes a moment where you have to just say, I either got to pull the fuck out and back all the way up, or I need to go and eliminate this threat. That's just what it is. So it's like all of that shit is all happening in the moment. And when you're talking about just how this shit unfolds, you have to realize that it's not just your life on the line, it's your fellow officers and innocent bystanders.
At 20:41, juvenile female looks like she's loading another firearm. Whoops.
And that ain't no little ass house. That's a big ass house with land around it too.
20:45, both are hunkered down behind bed, both weapons pointed at the door. 20:54, so you have 9 minutes later, shots fired again. 20:54 and 41 seconds, juvenile male was shooting that time. 20:58, juvenile female has AKA and shotgun wrapping them around her neck. Juvenile male has pistols in his hand. They're heading toward the front. A minute and 32 seconds later, shots fired again. Juvenile female has pistol. Juvenile male has long gun. And then the last transaction was 21:03, which was 9:03. Juvenile female pointing gun behind trash can. LEO shots fired. Juvenile female is down. Juvenile male back inside the house. At that point, I can't even tell you how proud I am of everything that went on, what the deputies did. Their heroism, the supervision, their training. They were calling for tear gas. They were calling for any de-escalation tactic. They reached out to our juvenile justice coordinator to find out who they are.
And here's another point that I disagree with. When you're talking about calling for this, trying to de-escalate, all of that is I'm all for that when it's no shots being fired. This wasn't one shot fired. This was multiple shots fired, consistently being fired at these guys. I'm not trying to de-escalate that and have somebody talk to him, get some tear gas. I'm trying to eliminate this threat that is threatening my life, officers' lives, and the lives of other innocent people.
Could we get people on the phone to help us de-escalate? At one point, one of the sergeants got up to the window and threw their personal cell phone in and told them to answer the phone. We want to make contact with you. Nothing worked. And once she went down, and you'll see and hear the...
And I understand that you want to say that guy's a hero, but he's a fucking idiot. Because if they would have shot that guy trying to run up and throw a phone in the house, and they would have shot him, now what? And this is why I tell people, it ain't always the best thing or the right thing for you to try to be the hero. Because sometimes you trying to be the hero can make matters so much worse. Because what if they would have shot him? Now he's laying there wounded. Now what do? Do you got to go get him? Do you let him sit there? Do you let him get shot again? Do you let him just sit there and agonize in pain and wailing? Singing the Minnie Riperton? Do you just let him lay there? Or now you got to put somebody else in harm's way. Somebody else is in danger to go out there and try to get this guy. See what I mean? That rabbit hole can get so deep and you don't know what the hell is going on. Before you know it, you got 4 or 5 motherfuckers out there fucking shot. Because you want to give a phone to somebody to be nice and be a diplomat. You can't do that when somebody's shooting at you. Gun comes into play, all bets are off. I'm sorry. But when you try to negotiate around that type of shit, most of the time, more people get hurt, more people get shot, and more people die. That's all I'm saying.
In the video, to watch the deputies transition after taking fire for 45 minutes or more, they then begin to administer CPR. They then put a tourniquet on. They're calling how to stage to get her out of there. Because if those of you saw the property last night, it's a pretty big property.
Yep.
We had everything shut down.
And I'm all for giving her CPR and all that. I'm not saying just let her die right there. Give her CPR, try to save her life. All of that after the area, you got the all clear and all of the threats have been eliminated. When you don't have any more threats, hey, man, do whatever you need to do, man. Let's try to save everybody. I want everybody to come home, to go home, and to wake up the next morning. I do. But when you don't have that area secure and where people's lives are in danger, eliminate that threat, man, or get the fuck out altogether.
And I believe in my heart she's still alive today because of the first treatment she received from the deputies. Obviously, she received great help in hospital care, but those deputies reacting as quickly as they could hopefully have saved her life. To shed even some more disturbing light on this, we did get the question, the 12-year-old. And while he told us a lot of things, there are some things in here that we found extremely interesting, and I'll share them with you. He states that after they broke into the house and found some shotguns, handguns, and the AK-47, he then noticed the cops outside the residence while looking out the window. He advised that the 14-year-old made a statement, "I'm going to roll this down like GTA," referring to the video game Grand Theft Auto. The 12-year-old. And while he told us a lot of things, there are some things in here that we found extremely interesting.
I want y'all to listen to this, but Calvin said, Brian, what about the guns that they stole? Should the owner have those locked up? Nope. It's his house. People will make that argument, though. See, if those guns would have been locked up, they would have never got stolen. That's true. They would have never gotten those kids' hands. That's true. Had those kids never broken that house, they would have never had an opportunity to try to steal those guns and try to use them. They would have never been in their hands. Had those kids never been in juvie because they had ain't shit parents and they put them in fucked up situations, they would have never went to juvie. They would have never had to break out of juvie. They would have never had to go into this man's house and to try to get their hands on their guns, on his guns. We can play that game all day long. That's what you call shoulda, woulda, coulda. Point is this. Just like my new politic philosophy that I would like for everybody to take off, I would like to take off, leave me the fuck alone politics. Leave people the fuck alone. Leave people shit the fuck alone. eliminates 99% of your problems. That's it. When we can get to that place as a people, we'll be so much better. We'll be so much better. Just don't fuck with somebody. Don't fuck with people, and don't fuck with their shit. Leave me the fuck alone, politics. Indeed. That's it.
And I'll share them with you. He states that after they broke into the house and found some shots.
These are some good cops. These were good cops. They made some mistakes, but they're definitely good cops.
Shotguns, handguns, and the AK-47. He then noticed the cops outside the residence while looking out the window. He advised that the 14-year-old made a statement, "I'm going to roll this down like GTA," referring to the video game Grand Theft Auto. He stated that the female fired multiple shots at deputies who were outside of the residence. He then noticed green dots were on him, so he fired the double-barrel shotgun at deputies as well. He said he fired the shotgun a couple of times and also fired the handgun at deputies. He told detectives he knew they were cops when he shot at them because he wanted to harm them.
He didn't give a fuck, and neither did she. And it's like, it's so hard for us as people to understand that about people. There are some people who don't give a fuck about you. There are some people that won't think twice about ending your life for whatever reason. Whether it's for them to keep going or whether it's for you just because they don't like you. Just because they don't have shit else to do. It's the whole savage mentality. Some people don't give a fuck. I don't care. I will kill you because I can. Just like people that bully motherfuckers. I will whoop your ass and take your shit because I'm bigger and stronger than you. Just like rapists. Rape is a power thing, not a motherfucking sex thing. I'm gonna fuck you and tie you up, beat you up, and take your pussy because I can. I can overpower you. That's all it is. It's not a thing. I'm doing this. I'm shooting at the police because I have an AK-47 and I can. I know they didn't do anything to me. I'm doing the wrong shit. I'm doing this because I can. Until you get that reality bullet and you wake the fuck up and realize you shot in your midsection and the shit hurts.
There are the words of a 12-year-old who knew exactly what was going on. The 12-year-old does not have a prior criminal history. However, he has been in foster care since 2016. He did do what's called 2 transient threats.
12-year-old, 2016. How many years is that? 5? 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016. That's 5 years. 5 from 12 is how much, people? Motherfucker was 7. That's why I said they need fuck foster care. I am not a proponent of foster care. No, 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 no. Foster care ain't nothing but a fucking racket. Having these kids in a fucking house with some motherfucker like that shit I did about that lady who was working the motherfucking YouTube mom. That's foster care for you. Them motherfucking parents, them foster parents don't, 95% of these foster parents are in it for the fucking check, dude. Fuck what you're talking about. Fuck what you heard. They don't have the tools that they need to help these kids and to service these kids. They don't have the motherfucking, a lot of them don't even have the heart to do it. But they're only in it for the check. And that's why I said it needs to be federal and state funded fucking schools. Same thing like we have at our public schools, except the kids got motherfucking dorms. And you don't have it to where, and I'm telling you like this, it can't be co-ed. Because these motherfuckers gonna fuck each other. And I know you can say, even with the gay motherfuckers, you can have them fucking each other. I get it. But you want to lessen the chances of motherfuckers fucking. And yes, you do have some motherfucking parents, and I mean, not parents, but you do have some teachers that would do that shit. I know. That's why you just got to have background checks. But the thing is, you will have a higher success rate than what you have right now with juvenile services, family and children services, and fucking foster care. Fuck that. That shit doesn't work. I can't tell you how many stories I've heard of foster kids and kids that have spent their time and lives in portions of their lives in juvie and how fucked up it was. You get your mama is pimping you out, or your mama's boyfriend is fucking you. You find out from juvenile services removes you from the home, then juvenile services put you in a foster home where the foster daddy or the foster mama is fucking you now. Same motherfucking situation, just a different dick. Same situation, but just a different pussy. You just doing it to a different person. At least in a boarding school situation, you at least have some type of background check that's been done. You got some other adults that are there. You got some educators that are there. You have some better checks and balances than what you have dealing with this shit. So yeah, I'm not a proponent of that foster system. That's some bullshit too.
It's school this year. In April 7th of 2021, he threatened to throw a brick at an administrator. On April 12th, 5 days later, he threatened to kill a student pee and spread his guts all over the bleachers. For both of those actions, he was suspended for 3 days.
A 3-day suspension. Seriously? That kid needs some fucking help, man. Mental help. Mental health services. That's just not, you need to go home and think about what you did for 3 days. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Now, the female, this gives you the crux of the problem of why I'm railing against DCF and DJJ. She was arrested for stealing puppies in 2018.
And no, they did not say DJ, just J.
And the court recommended teen court.
Shout out
the
to
youth
DJ, just
failed
J.
to comply.
AFC.
On April 9th, 2021, she set 5 fires in a wooded lot that came extremely close to several homes. Sheriff Staley said it's a miracle that no homes were damaged as a result of this reckless behavior. This young lady needs a lot of help, and since DJJ released her back into the same environment that allowed this behavior, I hope she doesn't do it again and gets the help that she needs. That was Sheriff Staley's statement on April the 10th. So she's arrested and charged with 5 felonies, and DJJ, who's the gatekeeper, decides that arson isn't a violent.
I guess DJJ is Department of Juvenile Justice or something. Department of Justice for Juveniles, I guess. I don't know.
Crime. So they're going to turn her back to her mother. Well, her mother obviously can't control her, so they placed her.
Right, James Grant. He said they gave us some help. The police gave us some help. That's what happened. They gave us some act right. That's exactly what happened.
Into foster care. Or actually, they place her into foster care where she runs away several times. And then on May 30th, they decide to send her to FUMSH. And then we all know what happened on June 1st. This is what the issue is. We're arresting these kids in the state of Florida for violent crimes.
Yep.
And the Department of Juvenile Justice wants to put them in the places that can't handle them. And if we remember FUMSH, not too long ago, less than a month ago, an employee there lost their life when a 15-year-old with violent behavior and violent tendencies hit the guy in the head twice and has subsequently pled to manslaughter.
And that's why I said that these systems that they have now, they don't work. They are literally just babysitters, and all they do is foster these kids to become more and more better criminals. It's just a place for them to level up. They don't give them any type of real services. There's no consistency in services. There is nothing there that's actually helping these kids to stop doing what they're doing. They are literally just putting Band-Aids on bullet wounds. That's it. That's all they're doing. And it's fucked up. But it's like, this is what's going to keep happening until you start doing something about these ain't shit parents, till you stop this fucking single parent household shit, till you stop that shit, this is going to keep happening.
The juvenile justice system is broke.
Yes.
People need to face facts.
Yep.
Instead of listening to faith groups
Yep.
who want to mollycoddle these kids and pet Johnny on his head
Yep.
and hug Jane and tell her everything is going to be okay, we have an awful lot of violent criminals that are teenagers. Let's face it, nobody is saying don't help somebody who doesn't want help. But when you've got people out there that are beating people to death and taking on deputies and open fire, something's just not right. We got a juvenile over the weekend that we grabbed that I want to share.
No, here's the thing. It's twofold. It's a double-edged sword, Lewis. It's the system, but the system isn't designed to actually give you a full solution. That's all it is. All the system is doing is just literally it's like the prison system. All that is just a temporary solution to a long-term problem. It's never going to change because the system is going to make money off of the shit. It's not there to correct the shit. And I understand that when you're talking about adults, but when you're talking about children, if you're not going to help children, if you're not going to give children some type of just a fucking chance, these children are defenseless. If you're not giving them a chance, then you damn sure ain't giving no adults a chance. That's all that is. You're talking about a group that cannot defend themselves. So it's like, yeah, the system needs to be better. The system needs to be fixed in that aspect. Yep, you do have ain't shit parents, but what do you do when you have an ain't shit parent who has a kid? That kid cannot defend himself. The system is supposed to come into place. The government is supposed to be in place to provide a safe environment for that child. If you're not going to do that, then ban the system altogether. Shut all that shit down and just let these little motherfuckers run the streets. And when the police catch up with them, they just lock their ass up like the adults. That's essentially what you're saying. Trying to say we can't blame the system? Nah, for a defenseless group, you absolutely fucking can. When you're talking about, just like when you got these old folks in these nursing homes, and you got motherfuckers like how they did that kid, where they put that mentally ill kid in a room with a 85-year-old man, and this 18-year-old kid is in this fucking retirement home because he got COVID, and he beating the shit out of that old man. That old man is defenseless. He's 80 years old. The fuck you want to do? What the fuck can you do? So yes, I'm going to hold that motherfucking retirement home accountable. Y'all are being paid to give my loved one fucking care, to make sure that they're safe and to make sure ain't nobody beating their ass. That's exactly what happened. The child's family is supposed to do that, but when they don't, who steps in? Motherfucker, you supposed to pay taxes. When you don't, who steps in? You supposed to do the speed limit. When you don't, who steps in? That's exactly what I'm saying. So when you talking about saying, hey, look, we're going to pay the government, we're going to fund our government to provide these services, then that's exactly what they are supposed to be doing. If you not going to say that, if you're going to put it on the parents, fine. If you're going to put it on the grandparents, the aunts and the uncles, fine. But now I'm going to challenge you and say, defund juvenile services. Defund the correction center for kids. Defund foster care. Defund it all. That's exactly what, so that's what I'm saying. You can't have it both ways. I'm not going to be paying my taxpayer money and giving my government taxes for some shit that they're supposed to be providing, and they're not providing it, but I'm steady providing them funding for it. That makes no fucking sense. So if we're going to get rid of it, fine, get rid of it, but get rid of the funding. Put that shit back into my pockets, as Big Red would say. I'm trying to put some money into your pockets. Great. Thanks, Big Red. Take the shit away. I've even said, like I've said about welfare. Y'all heard my plan about welfare? If you haven't, here it go. You pick, like right now, you come up with a plan and say, look, starting effectively March 1st, any kid, you have 9 months. So like now, I would say March 1st of 2022. From that point until December 31st, whatever kids are not born within that time, they will no longer get Section 8. They will no longer get WIC. They will no longer get EBT. Nothing. Nothing. If you have a kid on January 1st, if it is your first child, you will get food stamps for the first 5 years of that kid's life. If you have a second kid, you get nothing. If you have a third kid, you get nothing. You will not get housing. You won't get WIC. You will only get food stamps. That's it. Whatever the fuck you do with that food, whatever it costs for a kid to eat on a monthly basis, that's it. The days of the welfare queens would be over. Well, what are we going to do? Stop having kids. That's what you do. That's what you do. If you cannot take care of your kid, well, I had a job, but I lost it. The company closed. That's on you. And it's going to be bad for about 2 or 3 years, but then these motherfuckers will understand, oh, I need to stop this shit. Having a kid, when you make it to where having a kid, there's no incentive for having a kid, they'll stop. They'll actually stop. I had to whore myself out. That's on you. Why did you have the kid? I don't believe in abortion. Okay, great. That's your right. And once you get to that point, now you have a full year, you look at and say, okay, for the next, what is it, up to 16 or 17 years or whatever, 18 years, all of the other parents that got their kids on welfare, consider it a gift from your government, you good. However, the annual budget will slowly decrease every year because you have so many kids turning 18 every year that will not get those services anymore because you're not funneling the money back into the new kids that's been born. And once that shit happens, bang, bang, no more $500 a month for each kid. Nope. Once that kid turns 5, that's it. They cut off. And it's only with your first one. So Brenda's got a baby, I get it. Brenda's got a baby, but Brenda's barely got a brain. I get it. We gonna help you as the United States of America. We gonna help you for 5 years. You get WIC, food stamps, and milk for 5 years. After that, that's it. You don't get no place to live. You ain't getting no Section 8. You ain't getting no dollar apartments and no shit like that. No. No. You better live where the fuck you living at. Wherever you was fucking at is where you need to try to live. Go ahead. That's it. And once that shit happens, 5 years, kids should be in school full time, which means your ass can go get a job. I don't want to hear shit. If you ain't got one by now, you better have one by the time this motherfucker turn 5. That's it. So now these kids are out of motherfucker. These kids are in school. Parents, what else you gonna do? You can lay down and fuck again if you want to and have another one. You won't get shit. So that money that you was getting is gone because this kid is 5. You have one when the kid is 3. You better split what you been getting. Buy your ass a fucking cash of fucking ramen noodles. Well, my kid he needs to eat. No. Eat rice. That's what you would do. And over time, it would eliminate it, which would mean you have more people being more sexually responsible, which would mean you would have less kids that are being born out of wedlock. You would have less kids that are being born to single mothers. These mamas would stop having babies because it ain't nothing in it for them. That's it. You can get rid of welfare. The problem is that these welfare kids and these welfare mamas are feeding the fucking machine. Do you know how much money we have invested in prisons? Do you know how much money we have invested in these just the correction system alone? Courts. You know how much money is in that? Lawyers, judges, investigators. That's how this shit works. Child support. These mamas stop having motherfucking kids. Where the child? Ain't no more child support. Ain't no more child support. These motherfuckers ain't got no child support coming from the government. Hey, shit, we ain't got no money. The court fees, the fines. I'm telling you, the shit adds up. Believe that. Taxes. That shit all goes back into the motherfucking system. But that's just what it is. This is almost finished.
With you, who's coming to Daytona to create a little bit of havoc here. He has open cases from January that are violent crimes, and DJJ has done absolutely zero. Not bullshit. And this kid's out running around.
Yeah.
His name is Daniel Mathis. He's from Bradenton, Florida. On 129, he's arrested for burglary, grand theft, burglary, vehicle theft, new law violations. He's already been convicted of strong-arm robbery. We grab him out on 40 in a stolen car out of Manatee County, and he's charged with a stolen vehicle and resisting arrest without violence.
12 years old. 12 years old.
Obstructing arrest without violence. These cases from January have not been acted on. He's got an armed robbery in his background, and he's out stealing cars. Now, people want to defend the Department of Juvenile Justice. We are doing this thing called rehabilitative or restorative justice. What are we restoring? What are we restoring?
Exactly.
My deputies could not have gone home last night. Yep. I cannot imagine how hard it was for the deputies who have children that age. And you may see a body camera clip in here where the deputy's saying a prayer, I don't want to have to shoot. Please don't. Yep. I don't want to have to shoot. I don't want to have to shoot. Don't make me do this. I don't know what the residual effects are for the rest of their careers. But nobody comes to work to shoot and kill anybody. We certainly don't come to work to get into gunfights with 12 and 14-year-olds. But we got to take a step back. What we're doing is not working. It's not working. We have another incident where there's a violent child that DJJ doesn't want to touch because of their violent past. So DJJ says, send them to DCF. DCF says, we can't handle him, so why not send him to the Agency for Persons with Disabilities? And they say, we can't take him. He's violent and has mental illness.
And that is pretty much what the cycle is. And I can end it with that. When you're talking about what's happening with these kids, they are put in situations where they get fucked up and there is really no help for them. There is no help for them. There is nobody that can take them because the kid is violent. He fucking everybody up where he goes. Can't keep him here, can't keep him there. What do? He's only 14. He's 12. He's 16. We can't do anything until he turns 18. Then we can actually lock him up in jail. But until that time, what do? This kid has been wreaking havoc on the fucking system and the people that's in it since he was fucking 8. And yeah, you can restrain an 8-year-old. Try to restrain a 16-year-old. That's the size of a grown man. Or a woman that's the size of a grown man. You got some big burly ass motherfucking 15-year-old, 17-year-old kid, size of a fucking man. What the fuck you gonna do? Size of a grown ass woman or bigger. What you gonna do? Exactly, Rooster. If I'm on my job and it means you surviving and me, guess who I choose? You. But the thing is, you fuck up a kid or some shit like that, you gonna lose your job. That's why I would never be in that shit. I can't do it. Cause me personally, I will fuck, like Bernie Mac said, I will fuck a kid up. Come doing some fuck shit to me, I will fuck your ass up. Ain't no motherfucking kid gonna motherfucking have me scared. Ain't no kid gonna fucking threaten me. I will fuck a kid up. Fuck that. I understand you crazy. You know what? I'm crazy too. So now what? I understand you have problems. That don't mean you get to fuck me up. I understand your daddy was abusive. I understand your mama touched you. That don't mean you gonna fuck me up because you fucked up in the head. No. It don't happen that way. Not in my life. Not in my world. No. I'm telling you. It's just what it is. But when you have a system like this, you can't touch the kid. You can't hit the kid. You can't say nothing bad to the kid. You can't cuss at the kid. You can't pinch the kid. And the kid knows it. Oh, I'm talking cash shit. You ain't gonna do shit, bitch. Fuck you mean, ho. Y'all got me fucked up in here. I'm gonna go fucking crazy on y'all. I can't tell you how many times my wife done told me a kid then came in, then got processed into juvie and told them, I'm pissed off, so I'm going to give all y'all some problems this weekend. Ain't nobody going to be, I'm about to make it hard on everybody in this motherfucker. Walking in the door, talking cash shit. Y'all ain't going to do shit to me up in here. I've been in this motherfucker for the past 10 years. I've been coming here since I was motherfucking 4. I know what the fuck going on up in here. I know what y'all can do. I know what y'all can't do. And I know what the fuck I can do. Kids are some of the most manipulative motherfuckers on the face of the planet. They lie, cheat, and steal to get what the fuck they want. And unless you can draw that line in the sand and set those boundaries and those parameters and give them that discipline, they will fucking fuck you over and run your fucking life and will kill you in the process of doing it, whether physically or what do you call it? Inadvertently, is that the word? But they will fuck your ass up and let that shit happen to you and you'll be fucked up. The word I was looking for was when you doing something specifically to a person, or the shit that you're doing is still affecting that person, even though you're not actually doing it to that person. I can't remember what the fuck that word is, but whatever. I'm not gonna let them do it. I don't fucking negotiate with kids. I treat them like little terrorists. I don't negotiate with terrorists. I'm America, bitch. I don't fuck around unintentionally. Thank you. Intentionally and unintentionally. I just don't fucking do that. You ain't gonna do that with you ain't gonna have no kid fuck me up and fuck around and slap me or some spit in my face and I don't do shit. I'm not wired that way. I don't fucking negotiate with kids. I will do whatever I can. I have helped plenty of children. I will lay my life down for a kid, make sure they don't get hurt. But you ain't gonna fucking fuck me up because you got a problem, because you don't feel good, because you got an attitude. No, I don't do that. But that's just what this is. This is how the system works. And the fact that more and more shit happens like this, kids are going to be fucking shit up. Right, I'm going to call in an AC-130 on this motherfucking shorty before I let a motherfucker do something to me. Hit this little motherfucker with them 105 shells. And if they bring their friends, hit them with that 20mm gun. That's just what it is, man. So, as terrible as this was, it still gets back to my main point of this, and I keep wanting to drive this home to law enforcement officers. Hey, man, y'all got to do what y'all got to do, even when it fucking sucks. Even when it's that worst thing that you would never want to have happen, you still have to do what you have to do, because it's not just you and your lives and your fellow officers' lives that's in danger, but it's other people too. There are innocent people out here that will die because of your lack of stepping up and doing your job. These little kids that do this fuck shit, I understand that they come from some terrible situations and they come from some fucked up backgrounds, but you need to make sure that because of their bad situation and their unfortunate circumstances, don't cause somebody else to lose their life. Don't cause somebody else to lose their loved one. Just because this kid has had a limited snicket's fucking life where they've had just a series of unfortunate events doesn't mean that I have to suffer for it. It just does not mean, it should not mean that. I understand you've had your series of unfortunate events, but that don't mean that I have to die for it. That don't mean I have to get my ass beat because of it. That don't mean I need to get spit on because of it. That don't mean that I get cut or stabbed because of it. That don't mean that you get to take an AK-47 and shoot at me because of it. It don't mean you get to take a shotgun and shoot at me because of it. It don't mean you get to break in somebody's house and take their guns and shoot at the police because of it. And I understand that some of these kids are crying out for help. I understand that these kids are trying to get, they're frustrated and they're angry. I get that. But that don't mean that you get to shit on me and fuck me over and fuck my family over because of it. And I'm glad that this, and shout out to this sheriff who called out this shit. That's fuck shit. There's no way that these juvenile services, Department of Children and Family Services, all these motherfucking services that we paying our tax money for, can't service these kids. And not saying that it's their fault, but they're part of the problem. We need to revamp the system. We need to change it. I gave some great solutions. You get some mental institutions back set up for these motherfucking kids and adults, and you get these kids in fucking boarding schools. State and government funded. There it is. I hope that this video helps somebody become a better version of themselves. I hope that somebody can watch this and actually see what is going on with our children and the sad state that they're in. Just because the shit ain't at the top of your news feed, just because the shit ain't viral, don't mean that it ain't happening. We have so many children that are at risk and that are in deplorable and terrible situations. Man, my arm is itching. And it's one of those things to where we need to make sure that we're doing the very best we can for our children. And when these kids go left and they go astray, we can try to help them as much as we possibly can until they are putting somebody else's lives in danger. And when somebody else's life is in danger, when they make that choice, all bets are off, man. Do what you need to do. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Click that like button, click that subscribe button. This is your first time watching. And if you got any questions or if you got any statements that you want to make, please leave your comments in the comment section. Make sure you click the like button. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Share this with somebody so they can see it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me give a shout out to anybody else. If you are watching this on the replay, you can definitely still donate by clicking that donate button. Thank you to everybody who has donated. Thank you to everybody who has joined the subscription, have become members of the channel. I appreciate you guys. I love you all. Shout out to my man Rooster. Shout out to my cousin for tuning in. I appreciate it, man. I love you, man. Y'all have a good night. And thank you to everybody in Soto Nation. Thank you to everybody that tunes in and checks me out on the regular and gives me those likes, give me those views. And last but definitely not least, thank you to my brother Tommy Sotomayor. I love you, bro. Hope you're having a good night too. Peace, and I'm out. Till next time, y'all. Have a great night. I love y'all. And I thank you. Shout out to my man Mega Mortars. Hit your boy with $25. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you, guys. I love y'all. Peace. And I'm out. Y'all have a good night, man.
What's going on, everybody out there in the internet world? It's me, Brian Redmond, also known as the Relationship Rehab. And I need you to do two things. What are those 2 things? Subscribing to both my channels. I need you to go to the Relationship Rehab, subscribe to that channel, and then I need you to go to United Guns of America and go to that channel. Now you may be asking, why would I do that, Brian? Because it's 2 of the hottest channels on the internet. Come over there, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, have conversations, because that's what it's all about. We talk about some of everything: politics, relationships, guns, law enforcement, community stuff. Anything that's happening, I'm willing to have a conversation about it, so come on over. You don't got nothing else to lose, and you ain't got nothing else to do. So come to my channel, subscribe ASAP, and join in on the fun. Twice the entertainment, 2 channels, twice the fun. Come on and have a funky good time with your boy. Peace, and I'm out.